That's how you settle the score.
So, amazingly enough, Titanfall is actually a lot of fun. As the first game from Respawn, the guys who made the original Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Titanfall has a lot to live up to. It takes a lot of the typical elements you would find in first-person shooters and adds a couple major new ideas. The first and most obvious are the Titans. These are giant mechs that you can call down throughout the game and jump into to rain some heavy firepower down on the other team. At first, I wanted to be inside a Titan as often as possible, however the game is surprisingly balanced both in and out of your giant mech. When the game starts, you play as a human pilot, and for the first few minutes things play pretty standardly. Pilots are especially mobile, with quick running speeds and a jetpack that allows you to double jump and wall run, covering a crazy amount of ground quickly once you learn the maps. There's a lot of verticality in Titanfall, with most buildings having multiple levels, and high vantage points like roofs are everywhere. Like Call of Duty, you can customize your loadout with 2 guns and an anti-Titan weapon, along with what are essentially perks such as being able to cloak, increase your movement speed, and more. One thing a lot of people got upset about is that Titanfall matches are limited to 6 versus 6. However, the games are almost always full of action, as there is also AI. Similar to League of Legends, although nowhere near as vital, computer-controlled Grunts and Spectres constantly spawn for both sides. They're generally not much of a threat, however they're useful for farming points to help your team and get your Titan faster. Every couple minutes, faster if you're doing well, the game will let you call in a Titan. Once inside, the game changes in a big way. Instead of being small and quick, you're enormous and slow. You can also customize your Titan with different weapons as well as chassis to go for more armor, power, etc. As you would expect with an enormous robot, you can kill humans quickly, but you'll have to hit them first. Not only can pilots cloak, which while not incredibly effective against other pilots, makes you nearly invisible to a Titan, but you can also jump on the back of a Titan and tear it up. It's not always the smartest choice, as if you time it wrong you can get shot or even stepped on, but there's something incredibly satisfying about taking down a Titan with your assault rifle. If you prefer to stay on the ground, you can also put your Titan into AI mode and have it guard a location or try to follow you around and blast everything it sees. I found myself doing this a lot, especially in Hardpoint, which is where you have to capture and hold 3 points across the map. Last Titan Standing starts both teams in Titans and can result in some incredibly awesome looking fights.
Warning, excessive damage sustained. Warning, reactor unstable. Eject.
As a multiplayer only game, don't expect to be playing Titanfall offline or without Xbox Live Gold. There is, however, a campaign mode which has a bit of a story and 2 factions, the IMC and Militia. These games play out mostly like normal multiplayer, however with set game types and the occasional twist. I knocked out both the IMC and Militia campaigns on PC and Xbox in a couple hours each, and the reward are 2 new Titan chassis. Most individual games take less than 10 minutes, however instead of just finishing the match once one team has hit the score limit, there's an epilogue, where the losing team has the chance to escape to a dropship. It's a fun addition that makes the losing feel nowhere near as bad if you successfully escape. In fact, there are a lot of nods to the less experienced FPS player. Burn cards are essentially one-use power-ups you earn throughout the game that can give you upgraded weapons, getting a Titan earlier, or cool ones, like disguising yourself as an AI-controlled Spectre. You can equip 3 burn cards per match, and select 1 each time you respawn, making it a nice touch. There's also the Smart Pistol, which essentially takes aiming out of the picture. At first, it seems pretty bad. You have to give it a couple seconds to lock onto another player before pulling the trigger, however it's not too difficult to just double jump and use your time falling to lock on and wipe out your opponents. I've spent about 12 hours playing Titanfall, split evenly between the Xbox One and PC versions. Both run best locked at 60 frames per second, although the Xbox One version does dip below that when the action gets really crazy, usually when there's a giant Titan fight. Titanfall is a ton of fun. Between the Titans themselves, the huge variety of gameplay, and even smaller things like the addition of AI, I'm sold. But what do you guys think? Are you planning on picking up Titanfall? Let me know in the comments below. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.